Good morning, beautiful people. It's 12:28:12 at 11:30 in the morning, and what an amazing shift from last night to today. We had freeze warnings here last night in Florida, and had to go out and cover the plants. And anyway, when I woke up this morning, it was cold, and now it's turning into shorts weather, and that's a little bit like what we've seen come down with the 12/12/12 and what's occurred since then and throughout the Christmas holidays and in the full moon last night. It was almost such tension and cold and almost a little freaking out for some people. Waiting on the end of the world. And now so many people are just relaxing, and you can feel it in the air. It is so interesting to feel a shift. Now, I'm not out in the middle of crowds and dealing with everybody on a 3D level, but my perceptions still work with the collective. I don't have to work hand in hand or face to face with a lot of people to be able to receive the energies and tell the feelings and stuff like that, to be empathic. It's really neat to hear so many people that are going through their ascension process describing that and describing what is changing around their own families, especially as they gather at this holiday time. And it seems that a lot of their family members themselves haven't gone through the shift, or are just now waking up to the shift, starting to entertain the idea and wondering about it. But the reports are coming back in that everything's just super mellow and different from anything else that has ever been before in their families. And that's really cool to see. Not everybody went through their ascension process. Although Mother Earth ascended at that time on 12/12/12, and then we created New Earth on 12/21, and you can obviously feel it in the air, in the energies now. Not everyone on Earth, not their frequencies have not come up or been raised to the level of going through their ascension at this time. Everybody's frequencies are coming up. They have to. And that's the whole point about ascending Mother Earth. We had those individuals that were holding the highest possible frequencies that they could, walking around on Earth, becoming the antennas, the walking antennas, walking stars. My Indian name, Walking Star. Becoming the antennas that they are, and channeling that higher frequency into Mother Earth as walking antennas. A lot of these persons who had not previously gone through their ascension before 12/21 have gone through it since, and they are describing the feelings of the higher energies, and are describing something totally new that's occurring. Well, those persons that were the walking antennas prior to 12/21, we shifted into a higher frequency ourselves. Mother Earth came through the portal that we all, as a collective holding those higher energies, helped to pull her through. And of course, we are entering the alignments and the photon belt and all that, which everything has an effect on it. It's a group effort here. But now, as Mother Earth came up and through the portal and has increased her vibration, stepped up octaves in her vibration, that is going to be reflective in everybody and everything that remains on planet. All consciousness associated with Mother Earth, since Mother Earth ascended, everything that remains will have to attune to the new frequencies. That's just all there is to it. And those persons that have just in the past few weeks gone through their ascension process and are very conscious of being in a different energy or a higher energy or an ascended energy, because that's all it is. It's just energy, consciousness, light, prana, ki. It's all energy, and it's all light, and it's all information. It's all consciousness. That is what we truly are. But we have slowed our vibrations down into the material world which we are experiencing. And right now we're going the other direction. So not everything is consciously aware of what is being experienced on the global scale, the collective scale. It's a lot of things are slow to react. A lot of things are still so dense. It's in the show me state. Um, and there's nothing that can be really shown to the show me individual uh, until they themselves wish to experience that. Everything is going to have to increase in frequency, or it's going to have a pretty rough time here in the future. What's going to happen with the economies and everything else? Well, it's all got to switch. Generally, I would have thought that it's got to come down to switch. We're just going to have to see what 2013 brings as far as that goes. The powers that be are the powers that are no more. They're trying to spray their chemtrails, and I'm looking at a tic-tac-toe board right in front of me, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I kind of like this stuff. I would much rather see it all pristine, but I'm not going to complain when they paint pretty pictures in the skies for me to see. I just acknowledge them and say thanks. I don't see them as harmful or destructive like so many people do. There was a time when I did. Of course, there's a time when we find out what's going on that a lot of us feel very tense in our waking process, seeing what all manipulations have been done to us. And we've allowed. That's really, in mastery, you realize you've allowed it. You've called it forth. You didn't say no. You didn't jump up to stop it. So, you weren't participating in the creation, so it was created and done to you. Actually, you were participating in the creation by not seeing it, acknowledging it, and saying no. And so it's all that's shifting right now. And it's not that we have to jump up and down and start a revolution or be physical or violent about it. We just say no. We just don't participate in that illusion, that game. We don't feed it power. We see those things as lessons to be learned and the schooling, and then we shift. And so that's really what's going on right now. Is a lot of people have woken up to the geopolitical goings on of this planet and have gone through their processes of that awakening and has now stepped into the spiritual awakening, and they're more relaxed with what's going on. And that, by being a walking antenna, you're broadcasting to everyone else on planet. You are helping to attune or atone the energies into a much more balanced state. The energies that you hold as an empowered, enlightened, ascended being it is an antenna. You are a transformer. You are a step down of the energies to everyone that comes in within your field. Most people don't realize that they're broadcasting globally or galactically or universally, but you are. The one affects the all, and that's just how it works. So that goes back to something that I have constantly repeated and am saying to the individuals now who have gone through their personal ascension process and are witnessing changes in their family members and the environment around them that has not yet gone through that or their ascension process. And they will. That's everybody on planet. All consciousness is doing it. That is what is going down right now. We have the in-breath of God, the putting back together of the dismemberment, the remembering of the dismemberment, and it is that is the oneness. Now we've got a lot more individual expressions that we're going to be doing in the future. That's what life is all about. But we're coming back into the consciousness that we're all one, and what we do affects all else. And so, back to my dear friends and other persons that are going through their process and are concerned about those other persons around them. Just expand your field as high as you possibly can. Hold as much light as you possibly can. Go through, allow your ascension process, your enlightenment process, to remember your dismemberment and to put back together that which you truly are. As you expand, you will be expanding your light, your consciousness, your God self, your higher self into the physical being. And you're going to have different understandings and memories and skills, know-how, tools, things that you can do to change the reality. And it is not necessarily going to be done with our hands. Yes, it can be done with our hands, but not with hammers and saws and all that sort of stuff. This is a totally different ballgame. That's not saying that we're not creating on that level still, but we don't have to be on that level. That's a personal choice. Man, it's always interesting when we see chemtrails curving. That is just so bizarre, where they just fly in and then just decide to go a different direction. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I'm going to hold you up and see if you can see how pretty these are, because they are. Let's see here. Let me go around this side. These are just too cool. I'm just in more and more like of these all the time. I know people are going to say, "What? You're nuts!" But they are, to me, absolutely beautiful. Can you see the... Oh, you can't see the curve from here. There we go. See? They just curving out right there. And it's interesting how they do that. Very, 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 very interesting. I had done some chemtrail reports when I was on the plane going to Star Knowledge Phoenix for the 12-12-12, and I decided not to post them simply because of the magic that we were manifesting then. But it was really interesting to be up there flying right next to the trails that are being sprayed, and watching the frequencies go through the clouds over the cities from all these Nextrad antennas and stuff. And it was really interesting to see, what all was going on and to witness the whole thing. Well, anyway, welcome to your ascension. Don't worry about other persons. Hold the highest light and highest frequencies you can, and that will affect them the best. Anyway, Love y'all. Bye for now.